So how the Drag Times website evolved into the Drag Times YouTube channel is interesting because over time, people's attention span was getting less involved on data and actually browsing websites, right? And I saw the page views and everything going down. And all along I was doing YouTube, but I was just sitting in the stands videoing cars racing back and forth and posting the numbers. So I was taking video of the drag strip and attaching it to the record on Drag Times. That's all I was doing. That was the extent of the YouTube channel, because I felt like back then it was expensive to host your own videos and it was hard to get these codecs so people could view it. And YouTube was the place where if you uploaded there, it was viewable on the most platforms. It was easy for people to see and share. So I started doing that. Wasn't making any money on it. I don't even think I was monetized at the time. It wasn't about money. It was about just doing what I love to do. And then I had my first viral video happen. I was at this, where I worked at the Science Museum. I got a very early Tesla Model S. At first, they weren't that fast, but then they came out with one. I think I had two P85s. Then they came out with this car called the P85D. And this was like an all-wheel drive. I forget the horsepower. It might have been 500-600 horsepower, but 0 to 60 was like 3 seconds or something like that. And it was ridiculous back then to have a car that fast. A car that fast that didn't make any noise. And what I ended up doing is just really scaring people and surprising them. Because in a gas car, you know what's going to happen. The revs are up, you're in launch control, you're revving it up, you're going to drop the clutch. Like everyone knows what's coming. An electric car, you got no idea. So I had given a couple people rides and their reactions, I was like, this is kind of funny. You know what I mean? So like at work, I stuck a hidden camera. I actually use this app on my phone that looked like a navigation app, like you were navigating, but it was really a camera recording inside. So basically a hidden camera. I took people out for rides and I just stabbed it. And the reactions were just priceless. I mean, legitimate, like, holy shit, this is crazy. I did it like 5 or 6 times and I went home. I put together like, I don't know, 6 clips together real quick, you know, not the right length to make any money on YouTube because I didn't know any about YouTube back then, how to make money. And there's no intro, you know, I just basically said Tesla reaction video. And I uploaded this video to YouTube. A couple days went by and I was like, holy crap, what is happening here? Like the views were through the roof. People started sending me messages like Elon Musk just tweeted out your video. And I was like, oh my goodness, look at this. And then I started getting calls from news stations like CNN and Fox, and they were all interested to talk to me about the YouTube video. So I was on CNN, Fox News, Sports, CNBC. I did the rounds of this social media thing, went into studios back then. And the video racked up, I don't know, 10, 11 billion views. I actually did 2 versions because I was afraid of people being offended by the swearing that was in the video. So it was an explicit version and a kind of safer work version because people were cursing. And I think together the videos did, I don't know, maybe 15, 16 million views. At that point, I got my friends calling me. My buddy Ryan, who's always like 2 steps ahead of me, said, Brooks, you got to quit your tech job and just do YouTube. And I'm like, what? I go, I barely made any money on this video. How am I going to do that? And he's like, I'm telling you, this is your future. He goes, you should just drop everything and make videos on YouTube. And, you know, there's becomes points in your life that you have to make big decisions, right? You're either going to quit this great tech job you got and go make YouTube videos, or you're going to try and do both. And I felt like, you know, I was raising a family at the time that was probably a little too risky to dump my very good tech job and go make videos on YouTube. In hindsight, probably a bad decision because back then it was a lot easier to grow, and I probably could have grown into, you know, a big YouTuber like Stradman or, you know, some of these other guys who got started probably around the same time or were able to really dedicate their lives to it. But I didn't, and I think that's what resulted in the very slow growth of the channel, you know, where it sits now, just because it's a lot harder to do it these days. But in hindsight, I probably should have just done that because that was my kind of true love. But from there, I did pick up the YouTube and start making videos, car reviews, car testing. The big turnaround for YouTube is actually to get away from recording what you see and just being on camera. So that was a big step for me. Like, people connect with personalities and people, not necessarily just third-person content. So turned the camera around, said, all right, I'm gonna jump on this and give it a shot. And that's where the Drag Times YouTube channel evolved, coming from the Drag Times website, which was kind of on the decline, and then YouTube, you know, was on the incline. I met Elon just real briefly at the debut of the Tesla Plaid. And between all these, I've had multiple Teslas since then. I think it was the P85D. I had like 2 of those, P90D, P100D. And eventually they came out with this Plaid and Plaid Plus. And I got invited to the debut of that because I had been a Tesla supporter the whole time. Another interesting point, I made a lot of money selling cars for Tesla through their affiliate program. I was one of the first people to really jump on this. And it was a crazy story because the first person to sell 10 cars from the Tesla affiliate program got a free car. and I was all over it. There was 2 people tied at the end. It was me and this other guy with 9 cars sold. And I was like, I told my wife, I'm like, I should just buy another car and get the free car. And she's like, yeah, I guess you could do that. And I'm like, but does that kind of go around the whole point of the program? It's kind of like cheating or whatever. And I was like, let's just see if I can sell the 10th car. Well, I didn't. The other guy sold the 10th car. I got the 9th car. And then I think one day after him, I sold the 10th car. So I did not get the free car. However, I probably sold hundreds of Teslas through the affiliate program and actually did very, very well. I eventually did end up getting the equivalent of a free car. There was a lot of different programs, a lot of different things you could do. I got multiple sets of wheels, and I probably made a couple $100,000 in value selling Teslas through the referral program. So much so that eventually they were giving away Tesla Roadsters. And at that point, I was kind of burnt down on the Tesla thing because I've been doing it so long. So I didn't get a free Tesla Roadster, but I did get $90,000 off. So whenever the Tesla Roadster does come out, I mean, I rode in the original Roadster. I was at the event where they took it out of the back of the semi-truck, got a ride in the car. You were only able to get a ride if you put your money down to buy the car. So I probably had like 5 or 6 drinks that night. It was a big party. Everyone was excited around the car. And they said, if you go order one right now, you get a ride. So I ran over there with my credit card, me and my buddy Jimmy. He videoed me ordering the car. I didn't even read the terms and conditions. It was $5,000 down. I figured $5,000, I want to ride in the car. Put the $5,000 down. Got a ride in the car. Awesome event. Did a video. First ride in the Tesla Roadster. Get home. Tesla calls up and says, oh, we're ready to take the rest of your payment. And I'm like, what do you mean the rest? I put the $5,000 down. They're like, oh no, in the fine print, you have to pay for the car up front. And I'm like, well, it's $250,000. Like, you want me to wire you $245,000 for the car now? And they're like, yeah, that's what you agreed to. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. So they're like, oh, well, you can cancel your order and get the $5,000 back. So I canceled the order, got the $5,000 back. That was probably a good move because here we are, I don't know how many years later. And if you left the $250,000 in there, you would be losing quite a bit of money. It does turn out, because I sold so many cars, my deposit on the Tesla Roadster is the $90,000 off that I have. So I still have the Roadster on order. Still going to definitely buy that car because it's going to be quite an amazing car. There were a few other moments. I forget where they're at, but yeah, there was definitely some tweets when I raced a Lamborghini SVJ versus a Tesla Model X down the drag strip. That was tweeted out. Pretty epic video to watch, the top of the top Lambo get beat by an SUV. That was featured on CNBC because Elon tweeted out as well. When he's smart. When he sees these opportunities to really get a lot of views, he would make those tweets and check out this drag down video. So yeah, there's been probably, 5 or 6 different examples of Tesla jumping on there and basically boosting up what's happening with the views on the channel.
If you get a ticket, the first thing you should do is text a picture of it to 305-305. That will get the ticket clinic on your case immediately. You'll be facing costly fines, risks of suspension, possible jail time, points on your license, higher insurance premiums, and a lot of bad things that they can help you to avoid. You can also find them at the link in the description below, but the Ticket Clinic is a nationwide law firm with brick and mortar offices in Georgia, Florida, and California, but they've got attorneys everywhere, and that's what's most important, because a local attorney will know exactly how the local laws work, know the people who are in charge, and get you the best outcome possible. So text a picture of your ticket to 305-305 or click the link in the description below to fight your ticket with the Ticket Clinic.